Okay, this is a test that I'm doing to see how my soap will work with a particular material as a liner. I cut this material and I put it in. It does come out. And this is a material that you get at Lowe's in their sign material section. They have it in neon pink and green in the Fort Payne Walmart. It's very thin. I mean the Fort Payne Lowe's, sorry, Fort Payne, Alabama. But I'm going to assume they have it at all Lowe's. And this is what it looks like the way I put it in. And it does come out. Now, this wasn't long enough for me to do my whole trough, but I thought for a test it was okay to have a two-piece. And then I did make this a separate piece because my sides let down. And I actually glued that to the ends. So I'm going to use this for soap, and let's see how it works. I'm going to put the soap in it today, so tomorrow I'll bring you back and see how this material holds up to putting soap against it. Hello. This is our cinnamon and clove that I put in a test liner. Instead of using the freezer paper, I purchased this plastic at Lowe's, and I've already showed you the plastic and showed you putting it in the mold. And so now we're going to attempt to take it out of the mold and see how it holds up to heat and see how it works with the soap. So now on the sides I glued, on the sides, and now that's nice, it just let down really easy. On the sides I glued it to the side, and that doesn't seem to want to let loose easy. Now it did. It just had to have a little bit of force added, but it did detach with what you might call a non-stick surface, the same as freezer paper does. There's just a little bit of residue. Let me make sure you can see that. There's just a little bit of residue, and I've got a nice smooth finish on the soap. So let me turn that around and let me detach. Yep, there we go. That detached easily. Looks good. The crevices are good. I see some little globbies attached, but that happens with the freezer paper, so I don't see a difference with that. Now I'm going to take out the whole shelf of soap. Please excuse me. I have had a sinus cold. My allergies got messed up when our air conditioner died, and then we put the new air conditioner in, and we turned it too cold the first night, and that made my sinuses even worse. So I'm in trouble when it comes to my sinuses. Okay, so let's see how this detaches. Let's see. No, it seems to be pulling off easy. Let's see if it separates. Yeah, I had to do it in 2 sections because the plastic, it just came in, like, I guess a 3, maybe, well, this is 2 foot long, so it wasn't 2 foot, or I would have had enough. So I did 2 sections, and I can see a light seam right here, and I'm just going to take my finger and do that, and that seam is just gone. So that's good. Let's see if there's a seam on the other side. Yep. I'm just going to take and rub my finger across it. Yep, and the seam is gone. Now let's see if it comes loose here off the bottom easily. Yep. And that looks like it would be easy to clean. I thought about, leaving it in the shelf because I didn't know how well it would attach to the side, if the glue would hold to the wood in this plastic. But the end caps held really well. So I think that I'm going to now cut this into 3 pieces and glue it to the mold for a permanent liner instead of having the little shelf. And I'll see how I like that. And I hope you've enjoyed this. There is such a thing as corrugated fiberglass that also is sold in the sign material section of Lowe's. But I had already made my molds, and I didn't leave a lot of room for the corrugated, and the corrugated, I guess it's 1/8 of an inch thick or so, and so I just didn't have room for it. My soap would be too skinny. I'd have to completely tear my molds apart and rebuild them if I was to use the corrugated plastic. And so I decided to try that and just see how it worked, and it worked really well. So I'm really proud of that, and I hope it's a help to anybody out there who already has existing molds and would like to try to put some kind of permanent liner in it that isn't a liner from Lowe's. I mean, that isn't the corrugated plywood, because you don't have room for it, and it's not the freezer paper. So, and I'm going to show this to you one more time. This is the plastic that I found, and see, it's just a little short of my mold length, and it comes in hot pink and green, and I found it stuck straight in, like they had about 15 sheets of it, and you just pulled one of them out at a time at Lowe's. And so I'm going to do the rest of my molds with this now that I know I like it, and it held up to the heat and didn't bubble or melt the plastic. So have a great day.